right, welcome. Get your ass out of here. Welcome to the Basement Sports Network, Miami Dolphins coverage, weekly show. I'm your host, Roy A. Shepherd, and I'm joined today by my gang, 416J. 416, how you doing today?
That ain't my name no more, but yeah, that's still me. We're not feeling as live as we were before, but you know what I'm saying? Still 3-1. We're still kicking.
My brother, if you change your name a million more times, you are always going to be NBC.
I changed it once.
0110010. Always to me. And of course, pulling up one time, healed from a sore throat. My guy, glad that you're on the mend. My boy, the Broward baby himself, Juan Cardona. Juan, how you doing today, bro?
I'm great, bro. My brother Kendall just let me know that I spent the week throating Tua, and I lost my voice, and the Dolphins lost because of it. So, we're here. We're lit.
Okay. So before we look forward, we're going to look back. And, Sunday was a rough one for the Dolphins fans. They got stomped 48-20 by the Buffalo Bills. Look, I'm going to let you guys give your piece. But before we did that, I'm going to reiterate some of the things that I said on the post-game show with Kai Chisholm, who kind of leans towards the way that I think you guys are going to go. I think I called this a litmus test for where you guys were. I wanted to see whether or not the Dolphins were legitimate AFC contenders. And from this game, it still felt like the Buffalo Bills were big brother and the Dolphins were little brother. I did not see like a step forward in terms of competitiveness. You guys weren't even competitive in the game. Just we weren't competitive. My bad. We were not competitive in that game. And I just wanted to see, like, I'm not disappointed, and it doesn't give me a bleak outlook on the rest of the season, but I wanted to see how they measured up against the class of the AFC, and I just didn't get anything remotely close to kind of what I had hoped for. So we're going to start with you, Juan. Juan, tell me your thoughts about the game. How you feeling? I'll go to 416 first. Okay. Sujay, we're going to start with you, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna rant. So
I got you, gang. Go ahead, bro. Tell me your thoughts on the game, and if you feel anything similar or dissimilar to the way that I feel.
Nah, not too dissimilar. Honestly, it was one of those things where I was texting my buddies, and I was at a buddy's house for the game, but it's like it was kind of one of those things where you realize whoever got the first stop was probably going to win the game, and then I'm not going to lie, right when we got behind the six with a couple penalties, they got the first stop. I was like, well, that's the game pretty much, because we weren't stopping the Bills, man. Josh Allen is our daddy right now, and we can't really take that away from him. So they put up 48 on us, and right when they stopped their offense, I was like, well, GG. So just kind of how that went. I mean, you kind of want to see the defense be able to do anything. I think they punted once. The rest of the drives, they got points or a touchdown, so that was tough. And then the offense really struggled, and then you're giving up points at the end of the game because you're trying to score touchdowns, all this stuff. I mean, one thing I got to say is Liam Eichenberg is not an NFL player. Like, get him off my team, man. Get him off my team. I know the touchdown didn't matter to Waddle, but what is he doing walking up the field? I don't get it. Get him off my team. Get Robbie Chosen off my team for that matter. Not that the pick was his fault or anything, but just get him off the team. I hate him. I think people don't realize how much of a downgrade he is compared to the rest of the guys. He just doesn't give a shit to me. Like, he's like Teddy Bridgewater in wide receiver form. He's from Miami. Everyone's hyped to get him on the team. And
respect Broward.
That boy is from Broward. He is not from Miami.
Hey, to me, that's all the same. And he needs to get the fuck off my team, just like Liam Eichenberg. But that wasn't the issue. I thought.
Thank you.
Somebody had to do it, but it's still my dog.
I was gonna let him finish, bro, for immigration purposes or whatever they got going on over there in Canada. But hey, brother, you saved my earbuds a few seconds. Go ahead and finish your little nasty ass point that you're trying to make down there about that Broward boy.
Nah, that's all I had to say. Just get him off my team.
Yeah, I'm so happy that you finished since you said that's all you had to say. Want to thank Dan the Film Jet with the $5 dono. Consistency is key, ladies and gentlemen. He said, Emo Hemi Hendrix Butler is a mood. Although I prefer the dreadlocks look from last year.
Yeah, that was kind of corny.
Yeah, I didn't like the fully shaven thing from last year, but yeah, the emo thing I thought it's fine. Like the next day it was out of head.
I'm not gonna shit on their parade. Like, for the people like, oh my god, this is so funny. But for me, it was just like, this is whatever at this point. Like, I don't know.
Bro. Like, I don't have Dame on my team, so I don't give a shit about like the Heat right now. I want to talk about the Dolphins. One, let's talk about what happened in the game on Sunday.
All right, so I just want to make sure we all acknowledge what's on behind me, and that's a fish market, right? And this is important because this is like a whole synopsis and thesis that I'm working on, where motherfuckers are just pussy. Like genuinely. And look, I'm not talking about nobody on this network because everybody on this network has made it perfectly clear how we all feel, right? I at one point as a born again Tua believer, I was on that end. Um, I I don't know if it's like the Tua non and the Tua hater where they're watching two different games because like I just don't see what there is to panic about. Like I genuinely don't
Bro,
like
this is so crazy to listen to. Like, actively sorry not to cut you off, but like, this is so crazy from like what I'm used to hearing from Juan.
nah, but like genuinely though, like what did I learn differently, or what did I learn to be scared of? That Liam Eichenberg is literally AIDS. I knew that. What I didn't know is I didn't know for 15 plays Mike McDaniel could hide both Liam Eichenberg and fucking Austin Jackson at the same time. Like we those first 15 plays, bro, we were eat fucking lead. Devon A Chain, I Chang, A Bay, whatever you want to call yourself, bro, you are him. Like genuinely, like this is not like a Miami Dolphins hyping up Zach Sealer. Like A Chain looks like a top 5 running back. Like genuinely, like McDaniel was just in his fucking bag. I'm gonna let you cook. I'm gonna let you cook. I'm gonna let you cook. But
I
but
got you. I
I'm in the
got you.
kitchen though. I'm in the kitchen though. Like I I I just saw so many people that were screaming Super Bowl contender for 6 months. Started out 3-0, and then at the first sign of turmoil, completely just shit themselves. I genuinely don't understand if you truly believe in the Dolphins, you truly believe in Tua, you truly believe in Mike McDaniel. Like, what the fuck? What are we stressing about, bro? Like the Buffalo Bills were always the bully on the block, and I've been said this. I've been said that no matter what, like I don't care what we do against the Jets, I don't care what we do against the fucking Patriots. It's always been about fucking about the Bills, bro. Like if that's what you want to go anywhere, it's the Bills and KC. We got them 2 more times on the schedule, and like, bro, it's 4 games in, and we're 3-1. Like, could we be perfect? Yeah, but we're fucking 3-1. Like we've shown we've shown on multiple times that we are a top 5 team when we want to be. Whether that's from Tua or McDaniel, both. Like fuck a defense at this point, bro. Like I Fangio, it does not move me, bro. Like I put it on the on our main account, like who's been the worst coordinator 4 games in, Fangio or Gailey, and it's genuinely Fangio. But like big picture though, like yeah, no, exactly, Kai. I was telling him before this, like I agreed with Kai because it's like there's been so much more information that we've attained this year to show us that literally we're fucking elite. Are we gonna have that in the mud performance? Hell yeah, bro. Like we can only hide fucking Liam for so long. But dog, we kept up with them literally every single offensive play. Yo, I don't want to praise I don't want to do all positivity because obviously that's not my cup of tea. I don't know what the fuck Vic Fangio's thinking. There is no thought process in that old man's head. He burned all his notes just like Chan Gailey did. He deleted his hard drive. I don't know. I do not know because from play one, Josh Allen knew exactly what the fuck he was doing. Bro, Justin Bethel was blitzing and Josh Allen wasn't even looking at the blitz. He was already throwing it.
And Cater was getting cooked.
Cater's getting cooked, and like
And
a
you won't
stepchild,
let X
Fangio
travel.
just ignored him.
You
Like
won't let X move.
you won't let him move. You got Blitz Boy not knowing how to go back or forward. He doesn't know what the fuck is up or down. And again, you know, people like I come off as a type where like I want to tell you I told you so, but I genuinely don't because if I tell you I told you so, shit's bad. Dog, we got no pass rush. I screamed it all offseason. I said, if Chubb and JP aren't giving you 30 sacks, I don't know who is. Raekwon, bust. Wilkins, not getting paid. Sealer, Papa, you got that check. I got expectations now. What we doing? AVG, like, and again, back to Fangio. I don't know what bro was looking at on our defense. I don't know if he just didn't study. Bro, like, you had this shit with AVG. You wanted him to be an off-ball linebacker. You, like, hit your head against the wall and realized, like, oh, wow, he's actually a pass rusher. Wow, let me explore that. Like, I do not know what the fuck Fangio is actively doing. And well, we've known that. Like, we've known that.
From the moment the
We've
alert
said
hit.
that. People sold and gave their heart out for Boyd. But dog, I just want to, like, big picture, like, I don't know what I saw there new for me to be so, like, out of this world concerned for what the Dolphins look like moving forward. It is what it is, bro. We're a B team that can on all cylinders will beat anybody in the NFL. And when they're not all hitting, we'll lose to a fucking shit. Like, I could see us losing to a Washington or a Bears team, like genuinely.
So, what I'm not going to let you do, I'm not going to let you, I'm not going to let Kai, I'm not going to let Twitter exaggerate what the fuck I'm saying. I am not in the mud. I am not worried about the Dolphins long term. I only had an expectation from based on what I'm hearing, Super Bowl contender, like Juan just said. I wanted to see, I called Buffalo a litmus test from the beginning to see how you stack up. You did not stack up well.
But
that
do we just, like, ignore just the Chargers game?
No, I don't. But they're not the class of the AFC one. This is the class of the AFC.
Bro,
I don't care. I think the AFC is Patrick Mahomes, them, Buffalo Bills, and the rest of them. I think the Dolphins are potentially like a step above the rest of them, right below those other two, but able to compete with those other two. I just didn't see the compete with the other two in this game. I still think they're better than the rest of the AFC in large part. Like, I got to see what Baltimore is. Like, I just feel like something's there. But yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like,
okay, so all right, but I'm gonna ask you the difference between what we saw as a 3-0 team going in and now a 3-1 team. Like what in that game actually made you scared moving forward?
I'm not afraid. I thought I would see more of 3-0 in that game. And I just did it. Like, I saw the first two drives. Like, I saw it. Y'all back the scoring thing. I saw that. Like, you told me, fuck the defense. We got to win with offense. Okay. Your defense is getting murdered. Your offense didn't keep pace. Like, that to me, I was like, okay, well, I thought they could. I thought they could do better than this. I didn't think that the Buffalo Bills were 28 points better than the Dolphins. And they didn't at all times look like they were 28 points. I'm sorry. Go ahead, 416.
No, this was, and like, I'll ask you this, but I'm stating at the same time. It's like, that was the first of 4 benchmark games to me. I think you had this game against the Bills. You had the last game against the Bills. You have Chiefs and you have Eagles. To me, that's the class of the NFL, not just the AFC. That's the class of the NFL. So we failed the first test. That's what this means, but there's ways to go. We were talking about before the show started, but it's like, this team will beat the Giants. This team will beat the Panthers. Like, 1,000%. Going back to the past years, now at this point, in terms of expectations and how you feel about the team, this isn't about the regular season anymore, at least for me. You know what you're going to get, and we've been 10, 7, 9, and 8, regardless of if we made the playoffs. Like, we've been a winning team. Now it's about winning in the playoffs and winning, like you said, against the class of the AFC and in the NFL. So it's super unfortunate to lose against the Bills because, again, that was your first benchmark game, your litmus test, like you said. But you have 3 more games to make it up, because if you go on to beat the Eagles, Chiefs, and Bills, no one will give a fuck about this. But if you don't, then this becomes what you are. It's a team that can beat the bad teams, but not the good ones.
I'm going to piggyback off of Jake because he actually was very smart there and explaining something that I was just in my head. Like, I think why I'm so positive on the Dolphins, it's like I don't walk into any game right now thinking I don't have a shot. Like, I like when I say that, I mean that, like, in the sense that, like,
I'm sorry, Juan. Kai, You cannot ignore everything for the two teams that you want. The Bills are also a litmus test.
No, I mean there's still there's still shit you got to take from this game too. It's not completely throw it in the back burner. Like there is shit we learned from this team, right? Like there still are questions that genuinely got to get looked at, and like the defense might need completely to get destroyed and prop back up. Like JP, like
personnel wise, it will be this offseason. I think we're going to see a whole new.
I just don't even know how you do it in one off season, to be honest. Like you're looking at like three different like spots on the defense that just need completely revamped. Like you're looking at DBs that still need love. Like you're looking
Need
at linebackers
linebackers.
that
You need
completely
pass
need to get
rushers.
redone. Like D
You're gonna
tackle needs
need
to be completely.
you're gonna need D tackles because you're gonna have to give away Christian Wilkins in order to
So
get some of the other pieces.
I just think that for me, like when it comes to like the Dolphins right now, like I just if it's against the Chargers, if it's against the Bills, like KC, like I've seen it to where this team has that in them to make it a game. What do we win those games? Like no, we haven't. Like we just haven't. Like and I get that's why it's the big meltdown for some people because it's like well we just haven't beat Buffalo, but shit like it's growth, bro. Like you have to look at it like it can't be like zeros and ones, bro. Like you got to look at it like on a linear base, like it's growth from everybody, bro. Like I don't have a fear of Tua going into a big game and shitting his pants. Like the Chargers game showed me, bro. Like he knows when it's a big game and he can step it up. Now, how often he could do it, that's again to be determined, right? Like that's been the biggest thing I've asked is like when do we start having these expectations of like, okay, what's up? Like, like there was some stat padding in the game for Tua. Like he probably would have just had 220, 240 yards, like nothing crazy. Like he didn't lose us the game, but he didn't win it either. But at some point there are gonna have to be expectations like I'm having right now for Zach Sealer.
Yeah, no, I ain't gonna lie, one. I don't know if I'm a big fan of this new version of you. It's
It's
rubbing me the
kind of
wrong type of
scary
way.
because
Yeah, it's
like
not
you
scary.
don't
It's
know where he's
annoying.
going.
Actually, it's really irritating to
I
be
don't
real.
think I
Like
know where
that's
this is going myself.
yeah, but no, like Tua to me wasn't a problem in this game. Like he didn't lose it. Like you said, he didn't win it. He didn't lose it. As long as Tua doesn't lose games, then he's fine. I think I'm clear on what he is and what he's capable of. Like how big the stage he can do it on TBD. But like right now, in terms of like regular season quarterback, I think I'm pretty cool in what Tua is. Is that defense though, bro? Like that was the scariest part of this whole thing for me, bro. Like, I wanted to see more from
It's
the
it's
offense,
it's the most old Dolphin shit ever.
Yeah.
Like
but
genuinely.
the part but that to me is kind of like what I'm saying. Like, it's that
We
defense is going to
bro,
keep you out of conversations
we
that your
look
offense is ready to be in.
we look worse than we did with Josh Boyer.
Which is crazy.
Yes,
I mean, it's not though. Like
you look
Jay,
incompetent.
honestly, like I've gone back like when I was a hater, like not a tour born again. Like I've gone back, and the defense won us probably 4 games. It held serve probably 2, and maybe lost us 3. Dog, this defense this time has tried to lose us all 4 games. Like Russell Wilson, like even when we dropped 70, Russell did not look trash. Like every single body that we faced has kind of looked decent. Hell, Mac Jones was looking decent if he had any type of explosive weapons. So the defense is just historically god awful.
But
And
that's what I'm saying. One,
I
that shit is
don't
going to.
know how you fix that in season. I don't think you can fix it in season. And it's more so, bro, like I just need like I would just go to every defensive meeting. They got me. They got me like Gucci. Uh, like I would just go to every defensive meeting and just kind of just beg them for one turnover. Be like, I just need one more possession than the other offense. Like just give me that because like I'm at the point with Fangio. It's like, bro, like, are we actually firing? Cuz like 7 weeks in,
I don't think so.
can't I like I don't know, dog.
I'm ending the show in 29 minutes, ho.
Literally. Like genuinely, like I don't know Royal because like you know, in my heyday, I would be pushing a lot of nasty narratives right now about how Mr. Black Brian Flores could not hire coordinators, but Mr. Mulatto,
Come on now.
Mike
Mike
McDaniel
McDaniel.
was a genius
Yeah,
for
Dumbledore
hiring.
himself.
Yeah, for keeping. Matter of fact, he was a genius for keeping Boyer in continuity, and he was a genius for pivoting and realizing it wasn't working and getting the the mastermind of all defenses, the guy that is literally the first airbender and the one who taught all the other airbenders.
Yeah, like he's the predecessor to everything.
Highest paid coordinator
in the NFL
in football,
and it's looking like it was the worst possible decision. Like a part of me wants to come out and be like, where are Mike McDaniel's friends? Where are all the 49er are we sure he's connected? I don't know, man. Maybe he's not that nice of a guy.
Well, listen, I would be on the fire Fangio train too, but y'all paid that man way too much money. I keep saying y'all, we paid that man way too much money to fire him like in one season. They're going to he can't do it. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to add on, and I agree, but let me just play devil's advocate here. One, it's early. Like, who knows? Maybe 4 weeks later, you're thinking, oh my God, Fangio is him. Who knows?
Jalen Ramsey.
Jalen Ramsey. As for like the personnel doesn't really fit what he wants to do either. Like the defensive linemen, none of them fit. I'm honestly surprised we extend.
Does it look like he knows what he wants to do though?
What do you mean?
When you look at that defense,
I don't.
No, because Fangio's stubborn. He's trying to run exactly what he's done all the time, and our players don't fit what he does, but he's still trying to do it, and he won't change. Like that will never change.
He would love to just rush 3 every time, but bro, like,
and then blitz a DB sometimes, like fire zone.
This is not this. You can't. Like, it's not gonna happen, bro. Like.
We don't have a Von Miller in his prime to be the edge rusher to get pressure.
I cut you off, bro, but go ahead and continue to cook, though.
No, I was gonna. I'm agreeing with Juan. Like his defenses was built off of having a nose tackle, which we don't have. An elite nose tackle, which we don't have, and on Von Miller being the guy who's going to get you pressure, with Bradley Chubb being the secondary guy. He was like the Bud Dupree to TJ Watt. He's not the TJ Watt. He's the Bud Dupree of like the pass rushers, where he'll get a sack if he's your secondary edge rusher, but he's not the guy you pay $26 million annually to, and he's not the guy who's going to get you like the one-on-ones being double teamed and still kind of getting pressure. Like he's not that guy. And then Fangio is trying to.
We don't have that guy.
No, we don't have that guy. And Phillips, I was hoping would become that guy, but he hasn't even been on the field. And when he's been on the field, AVG has been better than him. And then
AVG is that guy.
The other issue is.
But sorry, Jeb. I'm gonna let you cook, but just real quick with AVG, like, let's also like be like smart about this. Like, we all like they have this fascination of like having these part-time players that are elite and thinking that you adding snaps is going to give them the same production that they're doing. That's not how it works. That's just not.
You can be elite role players, but that's because you're elite in your role. It's not because you're an elite player. Like that's just how that goes.
Sorry.
No, you're good. And then the interior defensive line does not fit what you want to do. You need interior pass rushers because, again, you're only rushing forward most of the time. Christian Wilkins is not that. Zach Sealer is not that. Raekwon Davis certainly is not that. And then you have your linebackers, which are like you want guys who can play in range and tackle. David Long does one. Jerome does one. They don't do both, neither of them. And then Jerome Baker looks lost out there sometimes. So that's kind of an issue for the backers. To me, the DBs have been the one thing that's like, X's look good, honestly, this year, at least in my opinion. He hasn't been on the best player, so maybe that's why. Kader Kohu, I think if you move him back to the slot, he'll be okay. And then Javon Holland has been awesome, and Deshaun Elliott has been awesome too. I'm a big Brandon Jones guy, and I got to be honest, he doesn't fit the defense, and he has no idea what he's doing out there. He is missing coverage, bad angles, bad tackles. Like, he literally, that was his worst game as a professional. That was his worst game as a professional football player against the Bills, and Deshaun Elliott has been one of the most underrated players like on the team because he has been great. He's been great in coverage. He's been great as a willing tackler, which your DBs need to be. in a Fangio defense, and that's just kind of how that goes. So the DBs is the one thing that I'm not worried about, but I genuinely could see next offseason, Jerome Baker gone, Wilkins gone, Raekwon Davis gone. Anybody whose contract isn't up, like I could see gone for sure. I'm not saying that.
That's literally what they're saying. Are you listening to the conversation? Or are you just typing?
No, but I was going to say the other thing was Fangio isn't doing that many service either by being who he is and being stubborn and saying we're going to run what I'm going to run and we're just going to see how this goes. Like he's going to see how he's going to let it ride. Like he literally came onto the press conference.
Y'all want to run? Y'all want to run?
No, I'm not saying anything crazy. But he literally came to the press conference and saw Cater got cooked and was like, "I wouldn't take that back. I wouldn't change my decision. Like honestly, I feel good about where Cater is." It's like, bro, he just got fucking dog walked by Stephon Diggs, and you said, "Nah, that's okay."
Yeah, he treated him like a stepson.
Yeah,
I don't like. There's certain things like I'll agree with you, Jay. Like I'm not telling him. Like I feel like people are like, bro, if cover zero is all we can do, just run cover zero. That's not what we. That's not how it works.
Football.
Yeah, that's like if his philosophy is that he's not comfortable with that, he's not gonna have the nuances that Brian Flores is gonna have baked into that shit. Like, bro, there was times
or Gerald Alexander. Remember that
where John Jenkins was fucking in the fucking lane for passes. Like some people are built differently. I'm more so frustrated because there's nothing you could do at this point. I'm more so frustrated of like the building of what the fuck they thought was happening. Like when you interview Fangio, was it just like, "How, buddy, do you want this or do you not?" Or was it like, "Can you sell me your plan on what you think you're gonna do with this defense?" Because to me, it just seems like it was like, "Hey, buddy, like you're the man, you're the guy. Can you please come over here and help me out?" Versus like an actual interview where you're asking him like, "Yo, what are you gonna do with Javon? Who's gonna be your safety next to him? Are you gonna keep X? Like, what about next corner? Like, Cater, is he like we're not sure if Kate, like, I don't see that construction or that
looks
idea
like a guy
of what
who took a year off. That's what he looks like.
He just looks like he coasted and like, oh yeah, I could probably see myself going to Miami. But there was no idea what he's doing. Like Cam Smith, like, bro, who's holding him from the field? Justin Bethel? Like, what are we doing? Like David Long was supposed to be, I don't know. Like if I was on Dolphins Twitter, like all off season, he's Ray Lewis, like Jr. But like if I'm listening to Mike Vrabel, bro told me what it was. There's a little bit of softness. So it's like
them tissues.
softness you can see. So it's like genuinely, like the defense, like I gotta tell you, defense got punked. They got popped in the mouth for play one, and nobody said nothing. Christian Wilkins, I'll give him credit, was the only one trying to get under Josh Allen's skin. Everybody else was just like ass up, just giving.
No, but he was trying to get under their skin, but he wasn't balling. I didn't even notice him.
That's fine. Because listen, at some point, like, dog, like you don't think people saw Jordan across from them or were like, well, he's just on it. Like, I just gotta do something. Like, I'll pull on his shirt. I'll pull on his shorts. I'm gonna stick my hand in his face. Like, I'm gonna talk shit. Like, bro, like, do something. Like something. Like, you just took it in the chin.
Yeah.
Like, Cater, like the first play, like that first penalty they gave against Cater, I already knew what kind of game, what kind of day it was going to be, because that was not a flag. Like if you're gonna be knick-knack and be like, oh, he didn't turn his head for the 2 seconds required, but it was great coverage regardless. Like I don't, like, that's bullshit to me. But if like Fangio got a pivot, dog, like you see young man getting cooked, dog, and it's like that's sabotage, bro. Like that's genuine sabotage, bro. Like
no help, like face one-on-one.
They start taking, because they just like put digs on whatever side Cole was on, bro. Like,
and again, it's like, oh well, you know what? Gabe Davis really scares me, man. Like I'm not trying to let him go off on Justin Bethel, and it's like, we'll play somebody else. Play Cam Smith. See if he'll make a play. Like, yeah, you're gonna get burnt, but shit, you're getting burnt regardless on fucking on double moves with Justin Bell. Like, I just don't see the plan. I don't see how you fix it. I don't see. I just, bro, it's on Tua and you know we spent like 40 minutes or 30 minutes here. We haven't even talked about fucking the injury prone man himself, Teron Armstead, bro.
Hey, bro, listen, brother. That's why we good at this, bro.
Now that we have Kendall Lamb, like I'm not even tripping.
Give me just 1 second. Thank you, Dan the Film Gym with the $2 dono. He said Bradley Chubb is Deion Jordan with dancing issues. That's insane. But yeah, go ahead. What were you about to say?
No, well, first I was just gonna say I agree with Juan like completely, by the way, but I'm just saying we should give it some time. 4 weeks in, I mean, who knows? New system, yada yada. You're seeing right now, like McDaniel, even though it was good last year, now our offense is elite. Like you see what an offseason can do, but we'll see what happens. Just got to say it's early, but I agree. And yeah, as for the offensive line, I mean, Connor Williams just became the most valuable offensive lineman on the team. Like that's what we just saw. Because guess what? Behind Teron Armstead, you at least have Kendall Lamb, Robert Hunt, and Isaiah Wynn have been good at the guard position. Austin Jackson literally has no backup, and he's been below average. But for him, below average is a significant upgrade from what we've seen in the past. So Connor Williams just became the most valuable offensive lineman we have because Liam Eichenberg, like, and I don't say this as a meme, he could literally be working at McDonald's like next year. Like that is a very realistic possibility.
That man was literally on his knees blocking somebody.
Bro, he did the splits.
Bro, like he's bad. Like that's a whiff of
how
we like monetization here, Kachi and Chisholm.
That was 5 seconds. Don't worry.
What's going on? So, welcome into the panel. The man from the comments who decides he wants to get up here and add to the people getting on my nerves. Kachi and Chisholm. What's going on, gang? How you doing today?
I just got home
from
fantastic. Work. But I had to chime in because Juan was right and you were wrong. So, you know.
How was I wrong, bro?
You just are. That's all.
That's never the case. I've never been wrong one time in my entire life. Go back and check the film. But no,
like Dan the Film Jet.
Man, look at the love. So yeah, look, check me out. Since Kai's in here, we're gonna go ahead and pivot to the next part of the conversation to bring some new energy in here. Let's talk about next week in the game that you guys are guaranteed to win. You played the New York Giants.
Don't say that.
Huh?
Don't say that.
It's the Giants, bro.
No, you have to. I'm trying to like expectations, dog.
No, I'm with you. And I just said usually I could give a fuck, but like, you know.
Yeah, bro. Like,
it's Dolphin shit. It's Dolphin shit to say that, and then fuck it. Like
that is true. But I am here to push y'all into a new age of confidence with this Dolphin shit. Dolphin shit is good shit nowadays.
No, that shit is my blood, bro. I will be 60 years old being like telling my kids about how like, hey, it don't matter.
Bro, listen, bro. Y'all gonna beat the shit out of the New York Giants.
He's gonna last till he's like 100.
Oh, fuck, that's right. You're gonna live longer than the three of us. Damn. Well, me and Royal, we got a gene in us that'll let us live forever. Juan,
come on.
I don't know about that
one.
Whoa! Like, what kind of allegations are being thrown right now, Kai?
Oh no! He about to get canceled. This is what's about to happen.
You see him thinking long and hard about this response,
bro. And he's got a little smile on his face. Look at that.
He ain't got the same kind of freedom.
Facts. Just remember, I'm on camera.
That's crazy.
Hey, shout out to Pete on our fan chat. He knew Justin Fields was going to be an All-Pro, and he's looking like it tonight.
I got him in fantasy. So
against the Commanders.
Hey, all right, let's talk about the New York Giants, who are one of the worst teams in football. Their offensive line is putrid. Their quarterback is putrid. We talked about the pass rush.
Before being a born again Tua believer, I used to think Daniel Jones was a better quarterback than Tua.
Oh nah,
I was always so
really.
Hey, listen,
that's fucking crazy.
He has learned the error of his ways. We do not reflect on the past.
I just really didn't want to pay Tua.
Preach to the choir. Hallelujah, amen.
We we appreciate this man for where he is in his current journey, and that's where we would talk to him from that perspective. My boy Dan the Film Jet with the $5 dono said Bradley Chubb is like the dude from Wolf on Wall Street, always scamming people from their money and insurance, like the primary sponsor of the Basement Sports Network, Simple Health Advisors. Ladies and gentlemen, insurance does not need to be complicated. Make sure you email our guy James Pugh or give him a call today and tell him that the Basement sent you. Email our guy James Pugh at jpugh@simplehealthadvisors.com or give him a call at 321-345-7738. Again, that number is 321-345-7738. Dan the Film Gent is one of the greatest lob throwers of all time from the comment section. Appreciate you, gang, for always pulling up on us and always helping keep me on track with that sponsorship. But I want to talk about how the Dolphins are going to beat the shit out of the Giants. So we're going to start with you, Kai. Kai, I'm going to ask you this, bro. The Giants are notoriously bad at protecting Daniel Jones. Is this the week that the Dolphins pass rush kind of get something going?
The Seattle Seahawks got 11 sacks on Monday Night Football, scored 33 fantasy points, and gave one of my staff who was down by 30, a win because of defense alone. If we cannot get close to 11 sacks, that's a problem. And Juan says he's a born-again Tua fan. I was a born-again Dolphins fan. Those who know.
No, sir. Born-again Tua believer.
Sorry, born-again Tua
I don't
believer.
know if born-again Tua fans are like a different church or a different hour. But that's
it's like Hobby Lobby, because
no. It's like the denomination from
it's like Christianity is the branch, and then underneath that you got Pentecostal,
like Hobby Lobby.
You got AME. What is Hobby Lobby? The subsection of Home Depot.
It's according to one of their employees, when we asked if they had Halloween stuff, they said, "Honey, this is a Christian store," and so I guess that was the answer. I was like,
"Okay."
So
they're owned by Chick-fil-A.
I guess Halloween is bad. No, I mean, if we
no to money to stay closed on Sundays, I respect
it's crazy. Honestly, like if we can't get 11 sacks or close to it, then I'd be worried. And fuck a win. If we can't get sacks against the Giants, missing 3 starting offensive linemen.
If we can't get 3 sacks, it's time to fire Fangio. It's time to fire Fangio.
So the reason I don't know if it got brought up because I was driving. But like, and I know that Captain Canada brought up the personnel issue. And I only remember that because that's when I pulled into my apartment complex. But like, look at the personnel that we're dealing with. I can't be so I've been preaching to the choir about our fucking linebackers. We can't tackle. No one can tackle.
Won't do it.
Like
he knew who he had when he got hired.
No, of course, but at the same time,
if you had a problem, you put your foot down and you tell Greer, get me a fucking linebacker. Don't give me
I think they'll do that at the
6-string cornerback. Well,
I think Wilkins is gonna move for a linebacker, an inside linebacker at the deadline. I think that's a lock.
Let's pray.
I think it's a
lock. If a linebacker is available, I mean,
I don't think it'll matter if a linebacker is available. They traded a first for Bradley Chubb. They'll trade whatever they need. I think Christian Wilkins gets moved to the deadline. I think that's like a lock. But no, I think that they'll do good against the Giants. Dude, these 2 games should be 2 wins. Bryce Young has looked like what anyone with a brain has said he would look like, and it's the fucking Giants, dude. Before I was saying, I grew up a Giants fan. I love them dearly, but like, dude, at this point, come on, bro. Like, you can't if they can't beat the Giants, then I'll worry. If we lose to the Giants, then I'll worry.
As a special surprise to you guys, the newest member of the basement, Nunu, will be joining us on Sunday for the pregame show. She is
nice.
She used to be a Giants fan. I guess that's how she wants to frame it. She is now a Bengals fan, or she is a fan of whoever is playing against the New York Giants. So,
dude, being a Giants fan, let me tell you, bro, because
she's a diehard. Like she
listen, man. It got so hard after a certain point because he's gonna get moved to the deadline. it like
we're 3-5.
the height of heights for us, dude. Like I remember we beat the undefeated Patriots in the Super Bowl. We started off, I think, like 7-1 or 8-1 the next year, and then Plaxico Burress shot himself in a fucking club.
Temptation, dog.
I was just like, dude, what are we doing? And then we beat the Patriots again in 2011, and I was like, wow, we're back. And then we kept first ballot Hall of Famer Eli Manning for a little longer than we should have.
All right.
I forgot, Kai. You're also a
yeah.
born again Giants fan.
I don't know what
I
the
love
fuck
the
you
Giants,
just-
dude.
I don't know
Where's
what
my
you just
Giants
said.
football?
You did not
I'll be
just
back.
say a quarterback
back.
with more interceptions than touchdowns
Yeah.
is going to be a fucking first ballot Hall of Famer.
Right.
He does not speak for all of us here at the basement. We all love and respect
he
Kai,
speaks for none of us.
but when he starts talking Giants shit, we all collectively ignore him.
It's like when I left the fan base after they extended Jones.
Listen,
just
brother,
front
at
office.
one point,
Instead
wow.
of making-
No, wow. 2007
I was
Giants.
just saying, get him off the stream, bro.
Yeah, bro,
Respectfully, actually, I think wasn't the 2017 the one who beats the Patriots. So I kind of,
They
I'll
did
allow
save
it.
the 72 Dolphins from,
We're not doing that. We're not
All
doing that. The only people that were genuinely upset about the Dolphins not going undefeated were the ones that saw him going. I'm ignoring it. We're the ones that saw him go undefeated originally.
Yeah, my bad, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Like, first of all, me and Juan were having a separate conversation while Kyle was talking.
Oh,
and then when
100%.
Juan was talking, me and Kyle was having a. My bad. I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. I'm distracting y'all. I do want to pick up on that. 416. Do you agree with Kyle that you guys need to have like double-digit sacks, or would you be okay if y'all got like 3 or 4?
Hell no. Like, the Seahawks could not generate pressure for shit. Like, they literally, I think, were
They have a
bottom
senile
5
man
in
as their
all
defensive
pass rush
coordinator.
categories. They don't have a pass rush, and they came out and put up 11 sacks on Daniel Jones and Evan Neal and the Andrew Thomas less Giants offensive line. So if you don't come out and get double-digit sacks, there's a problem, especially if JP is back and playing. Like, that's a real issue. Like, this is a moment where JP should and probably should put up 3 sacks in this game to, one, get him back on track for all the believers out there, if there still are, and number 2, because we need it. Like, this should be a game where you're hitting 10 sacks, and if you don't, that's a real issue. Like you said, I said it would be Dolphin shit if we lose, whatever. Like, we should win this game. I'm kind of going in with that expectation. I think even if we blow them out, but we don't have double-digit sacks, I actually do get worried at that point, because then there's a real issue. That's like, fire the defensive line coach, fire the linebacker coach. Like, I don't like the outside linebacker coach. I don't know what it would be, but that's a real issue if you can't get pressure and if you can't bring this guy down, because it feels like JP leads the league in almost sacks every year, and Bradley Chubb is the pass rush win rate guy and all this stuff. It's like, no, we need to bring this white guy down, man. Like, yeah, he can run a little bit. He don't be moving in the pocket.
What did you just say?
You said we need to bring
Daniel
this
Jones
white
not
guy
white?
down.
I heard White Kai. I was like, what?
No. I mean,
a
he was
white
cooking.
guy.
A white
It
guy
was-
works for me too. Go ahead. You cooking though, 416. I'm gonna let you.
Nah, I'm
continue.
just saying you gotta bring him down. Like, it's a real issue if you don't.
Yeah, no. I 10 sacks, double-digit sacks is a lot to ask in one game. By the way,
I do not give a fuck, bro. I do not give a fuck. The Seahawks don't have shit, and they got 11.
Fine.
I get it. I get it.
I'm
but,
gonna be
like,
real with y'all. If Daniel Jones scores 2 TDs on his defense, I'm pushing narratives like
Fire Van Gogh.
agendas will be started, memes will get cranked. Like, I do not know how hard I will go, but it might be time for me to start going at Fangio the way I went at Tua, because I like Daniel Jones has been god awful. Like, Saquon is hurt. Darren Waller looks, and I won't even say that.
He
joke,
looks
that's kinda
40.
nasty, but like,
Dude, Darren Waller was.
he just looks like he wants to go back on the drugs. Like, honestly, like, it just everybody looks.
He needs to go back to his wife and teach him how to have that dog in him again, because he lost that shit.
Like, I just
She's got that dog in
don't
her. He
see-
ain't got that in him.
I just don't see anybody on this offense. And shoot, if they look even remotely decent, like Like we're like FCS teams to people, bro. Like honestly, like I don't know.
So yeah, I think it's interesting because that offensive line is absolutely absurd. Like and Daniel Jones is even worse. Like he's just bad, bro. And so I'm expecting you guys. I don't know if I'm expecting y'all to get home. I'm more pessimistic about the Dolphins pass rush than I am optimistic about the inability of.
But the Seahawks have been worse than the Dolphins pass rush wise, and then they still had success. There's no excuse.
Except for the
Dude,
child
wait
have
till-
Angel, who might
No,
be
but I
Wait
think the
till
Seahawks
Bradley
that
Chubb.
they have a bunch of young guys that we can't name that they've been drafting and grooming. I don't know who the fuck's getting sacks on this team. Like Jay, like honestly, Jay, who's getting 2 sacks on this team? Like on
Wait,
Sunday?
when
I'm
did the
hoping
fan base
JP.
start giving up on when the fan base start giving up on Jalen Phillips?
This year.
When did that?
This year.
It's
The
just
question,
started.
the question started the
It's
last 2
beginning
years
to.
because he just always starts off so slow and always catches fire. But it's like year 3, dude. It's like, what are we doing? Like we just saw
He
Waddle
was supposed
have
to be a
damn near an
defensive player of
all-pro.
the year candidate.
Yeah, we just saw Waddle have like almost damn near an all-pro season, and it's like JP, you're like, you're not really beating allegations, bro.
So
I will say
like
Bradley
some kind of
Chubb-
Michael Parsons type shit.
Bradley Chubb gets like
He has the
1
talent,
sack,
though. He does.
and you're
He
gonna
just
hear me push
can't get
narratives
sacks.
again.
Can I be honest?
Bradley Chubb gets 1 shot. Yeah, go ahead.
Every time I look at that Bradley Chubb contract, it looks worse and worse and worse. Like, oh my god!
Not
Every
that
time I
bad, bro.
forget,
It's not that bad.
no,
For
because you
somebody
have
who
yo,
doesn't
but
get
every
sacks,
time I
Dave
forget,
Dave.
26 mil is.
They gave him
It's
that
not that
deal
bad.
before he played a single snap.
they paid him not to get sacks, Kai.
Dude, it's not that bad. All right.
They paid him for having
I can't join
10
the
and a
train.
half
I don't even
sacks or
like
12
Bradley
and a half
Chubb, bro. It's
sacks
not even that bad.
5 years ago.
You don't think it's that bad?
It's not, bro.
Don't yell at me, Kai.
You know I study cap. You of all people know I
Right.
study
Well,
cap.
then name a worse pass rushing contract.
You can't cut him till
Randy
2025.
Gregory,
That Jerome
can't cut him
Baker
till
contract.
2025.
That
Yeah,
Jerome
you
Baker
can-
contract.
you can
Randy
cut him
Gregory-
before 2025.
Randy Gregory is nuts. So yeah, you got me there. But,
You can cut him before 2025 and make it work.
With re-signing the guys you plan on re-signing,
Huh?
with like
Yeah.
re-signing the guys you plan
Yeah.
on re-signing,
Mhm.
with re-signing Robert Hunt and
Okay, let's be fucking for real here. They're not re-signing Robert Hunt.
Yeah,
Whoa, why the fuck are they not?
Why?
because
let's
he's
be
gonna
fucking
get
for real.
15 mil and
They're
more,
not
or
gonna
more.
pay
Cards
Robert
don't get that
Hunt.
much. They'll pay him 12 mil and he'll be fine.
They're not paying Robert Hunt.
They should because he's
You're
an animal. But
insane.
I'm not saying they shouldn't.
What
Don't
are you
get me
saying?
wrong here.
They're
I just
I'm
don't
gonna
think they're
take-
going
Liam
to.
I'm
Eichel?
gonna take my anger out on you. What do you mean?
I'm just saying, bro. I
No,
don't think
explain
they're
yourself.
Because like
No, explain
again,
yourself.
as a born again Tua believer, like the 2020 draft class only is Tua. But like, if that's actually true, then
Do
there's
you remember
an issue.
Solomon Kinley, bro? I liked Solomon Kinley coming out.
That we only draft the bad University of Georgia players, like Tyndall.
I liked Solomon Kinley a lot.
Yeah, well,
Channing
when is he
Tyndall
going to play
looked
football?
like Channing Tyndall looked like a 1960s 70s linebacker.
Dude, that
Yeah.
kid does not get on the field.
Did you just call him Mean Gene Upshaw?
Nah, he was more like Dick Butkus, but like
Oh,
it's
Will
2023.
Lanier? Like that's
Dick Night Lane Train.
I wouldn't be shocked if they cut him loose and pay a bonus instead of
Oh,
cash
Krause, the interception king.
for a Bradley Chubb. Like just to
DJ Moore is cooking tonight.
DJ Moore is at that. He's hit that point in his season where he has 3 good games and then he shits
Shut
the
the
rest of
fuck
the year.
up. You're an idiot. DJ
Yeah,
Moore
bro, like-
is literally the Andre Hopkins of this generation. He is
This is a
untouchable. bro.
wild. This is a wild comment.
Oh,
R.I.P.
man.
Dick, you died for our sins.
This man said he's DeAndre Hopkins.
He is guy.
Maybe on a short bus.
He's quarterback proof, bro. What are you talking about?
Maybe on a
Literally,
short
Who,
he's
bus.
DJ Moore?
quarterback- Yes.
Sam Darnold proved that to be false.
and he got still 1,000 yards.
DJ Moore
He
is
had
a
3 quarterbacks, and it wasn't because of Sam Darnold.
DJ
That's
Moore
what I'm
is
saying. He's
a
quarterback.
3 to 4 game. I shine, and then I'm mid the rest of the year.
I
That
gotta
is what DJ Moore
disagree.
is.
No, you're
I gotta
insane.
disagree here.
Okay,
Kai.
we
He's
talk about
good.
DJ Moore. We supposed to be talking about the Dolphins.
Especially for fantasy football.
He's
My God.
We ain't talking fancy. We talking real ball. He can hoop.
I'm talking real ball
Kai's
too. I'm
always-
talking both.
Kai's always talking fantasy. Most of his names have to relate to his fantasy team. Like he was, I know what Kai. You're 4-2 and like
2-2.
3-1 of
2-2 in my money league.
Yeah,
And the
2-2
rest of the
in
league
money
is scared of me right now because I have a stupid ass team on paper, and I got Jonathan Taylor coming back.
Shout out to the people who stashed Jonathan Taylor on their fantasy
Ooh.
teams.
Shout out to the people who didn't fucking trade a first round pick and Christian Wilkins for Jonathan Taylor when we had Devon A-Chain.
Listen,
Hey,
bro, I tried telling you that
you
Devon
know-
A-Chan was the truth, but no one wanted to believe me.
Hey, real
I
quick.
ain't gonna lie. I would have traded Christian Wilkins in the first for Jonathan Taylor.
I would have
That's
absolutely. I would have traded Christian Wilkins for a bottle of water. Like, I'm at
Yeah,
that
I ain't gonna
point.
hold you. I remember people like passionately angry when I even mentioned potentially trading Wilkins for a running back. They
I
told
would've.
me
What the
I
fuck?
had
Well,
no idea.
I'm still there. Like positional.
Oh no,
value.
that I was actually was
Positional value for what, bro? What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Like,
besides,
no, but-
besides being no, bro.
He's asking for 20+ mil to stop the run, and he can't even.
No,
stop
but
it.
a running back asking for 50 mil who wants out and is
Besides-
sitting out because he wants out that bad.
Nah, listen, bro. Canada's getting muted. Besides being a good guy and jumping up and down and fucking around.
Free the North. I unmuted him.
And fucking around with goddamn Josh Allen. It's oh my
You
god,
would've
it's so
traded
cool. He's fucking around with Josh Allen.
For
What does
Kyle
Christian
Lowry?
Wilkins do?
You guys are
Honest
letting
to God, I'm not even. I stand in the middle of things. Honest to God, what the fuck does Christian Wilkins do to get 20 million a season?
No, that's not what I'm arguing. I'm arguing the trade asset. I'm not arguing.
I don't
paying
care
for
about the trade asset. Trade him for fucking what does it say? Kyle Lowry? Sure.
No, but that's
Kyle
what we're talking about.
Kyle
I'm not
Lowry would be a
advocating for
better
him getting
center.
paid.
Kyle
I'm not
Lowry would be a
advocating for
better
him getting
center
20
than
million. He
Mike
should
Burke.
not get 20 million.
Give him
This is
8.
about the
He's worth
trade.
8. He's worth 8.
Oh, speaking of 8, y'all playing Daniel Jones this week. So let's talk about the fucking football game that we here to talk about.
No.
Let's give our score predictions and get back to this talk, man. That's what I'm saying. Like,
After we get them score predictions, I know you just seen me yawn. We are ending this stream. I be brother. Let's talk about. I want to talk about one thing that y'all most confident in. Then we can do kind of like general predictions, and then we'll get up out of here. Because I know you're not scared of anything. Like I said. No, I'm starting with Kai because Kai is never scared of anything. Kai, what's the one thing that you're most optimistic about in this matchup versus the Giants?
Hold on, pull this fucking mic closer to his mouth. He was gonna say some shit.
Tua.
What was the question again,
I
counselor?
know what one gonna say. The question is, what are you most confident in going against the New York Giants? I'm not gonna ask you.
Tua, that's
what you're not
it.
confident in.
Close the show. Who gives a
No,
fuck?
it's not you.
Like it's Tua.
dude, this is
It's
so
not-
weird.
Close the show. All right.
No, what the fuck? I was good with it. No, fuck it. We done did it now.
No. Answer the question.
No.
Answer the
No,
question.
no, no.